Welcome into the latest edition of Extra Time. Ali Moreno is here and Mark Ogden is joining too to answer your questions tonight. Very kind of Mark to stay up very late for us tonight.
Professional. And he was in London today, he told us as well.
Yep. Celebrating the Lionesses and it coming back home.
Professional.
Yes, professional. All right, for Ali, we know Mark Ogden's favourite American food is Hershey bars. What's your favourite American food?
What qualifies as an American food? Okay. Well, I suppose that we can make this American. Pulled pork, barbecue, sandwich, at Lexington Barbecue in North Carolina. If you're ever close to Lexington, North Carolina, go to Lexington Barbecue. You will not be disappointed. That pulled pork sandwich is something else.
Does that sound better than a Hershey's bar to you, Mark?
It does actually, yeah. I was kind of put on the spot with the Hershey bars, but I'll stick with it. Don't worry, I'll stick with it.
Now, can I ask a question? Because when I hear those of you from the UK, one of your main complaints about here in the United States is the chocolate bars, that you much prefer the Cadbury.
It's a valid complaint.
Yeah, and yet we have an Englishman
with bad taste
saying that the Hershey bar is his favorite American food.
Yeah, Mark, explain yourself.
Maybe just got a sweet tooth and any chocolate's good, so that's probably what it is. But no, I don't know. Maybe it's just the novelty value of a Hershey bar, because it has got quite a bitter taste, hasn't it? It's not quite as sweet as another brand that I can't really mention, the UK brand. You know what I mean, don't you, Kay?
I do. He just mentioned it anyway, but there's another one as well that's way above that. But each to their own, Mark.
All right.
Okay. How come when...
Sorry, was I not supposed to mention the brands? How do we identify them? How do we separate them if we don't mention the brand?
Yeah, one's in a purple package and one's known as being a little bit creamier. And
okay.
Yeah, but both are fantastic, and for me, better than that. Yes.
Okay. All right.
Okay. How come when Liverpool spend this much money in a transfer window, they don't get the same criticism from the media the way Chelsea does, Mark?
Well, because Liverpool, if you look at, I think Beth said earlier on, the situation with Liverpool is that they have earned the money through competition. They won the Premier League last year. They banked for £80 million from the Champions League. They didn't spend a lot of money last season. They've already got rid of people like Quivine Callagher, Gerald Quansah. They got £10 million for Trent Alexander-Arnold already this summer. They got £60 million for Luis Diaz. So Liverpool are in a really good place financially. So whereas you can join the dots with Liverpool's transfer recruitment. With Chelsea, it's all a bit mysterious, isn't it? They spend money and spend money and spend money, but they basically sell a hotel and a women's team to fund it. Liverpool haven't done that. They haven't sold a women's team. They haven't sold a hotel. They've sold players, they've bought players, they've won things on the pitch, and that is why Liverpool are in a good position financially. And Chelsea, it's all still a little bit hard to fathom, really.
Just before we move on, is that a new picture behind you, Mark, with a quote on it? Did you notice? What? Next to your sport piece.
Oh, this one here, the white one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a new one, but it has got a quote on it. Yeah.
What does it say?
It's a Stone Roses lyric. It's immersed me in your splendour. And if you know your Stone Roses, you'll know the song.
Yeah, I know my Stone Roses. We have got a music question a little bit later, so get ready. Okay, who would win in a skills challenge? Ali, this is for you. Prime Ronaldinho or Prime Neymar?
Prime Ronaldinho. Yeah, look. And Neymar can do whatever he wants with the ball. But Ronaldinho can do whatever he wants with the ball. Do it at full speed. Score a goal, smile, and go dance afterwards, and then come back and do it again the next day. And maybe Neymar, that was part of the issue, that he was trying to do some of the same things that Ronaldinho was doing. Ronaldinho, higher level, I think, than Neymar. Ronaldinho, all-time great. Neymar, just a level below.
Mark, Pep Guardiola has openly criticised the club over the size of the squad, even threatening to leave if certain players aren't offloaded. Since then, the club's added 5 new signings. Was he frustrated because of their season, or is it a way out for him in case they start poorly?
I think it's frustration. I think Pep Guardiola knows that he's in the best place he could be as a coach. He will get whatever he wants at Man City. If he leaves and goes somewhere else, he will never get the same resources or the same backing or the same support. So I think it's a bit of frustration. And with Pep as well, sometimes it can be quite contrary. I think sometimes he says things it doesn't mean. I think he wants a decent-sized squad that's got good players in it. They've got a lot of competitions next season, City. They're in all the big ones, Champions League, Premier League, so he does need a big squad. But I think what he doesn't want is a squad of players that aren't good enough, and I think that was probably what he was getting at, that a lot of the players he had last season, or some of the players weren't quite up to his standards. I think some who came in January might be like that. No names being mentioned, Kuzhinov and Nico Gonzalez maybe. So I think he just wants players that are elite players. I think maybe what he doesn't want is the players that are not quite up to his standards, that are padding out his squad.
Okay. In honour of Serena Wiegmann, what is everyone's favourite Burna Boy song? I have a feeling that Kay might be the only one with an answer. I feel like Mark Ogden might know this.
I've not got a clue. I've not got a clue. So the one that he sang, I'll tell you what, my favourite one is the one that he sang today with Serena, whatever that is.
That's her favourite one as well.
Just a quick question. What's the name of the artist again?
Burna Boy.
Yet another good question. Who's Burna Boy?
Yes, this is the artist that Serena Wiegmann was singing with today.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with Burna
Nigerian
Boy.
singer-songwriter, rap star.
I don't know. I don't know that Burna Boy is singing to me.
Maybe,
I don't know that I'm.
Maybe you should broaden your horizon.
I don't know that I'm in. I don't know that I'm in the crowd. I don't know. I don't know. Burna Boy could walk into this studio right now and I'd be like, I don't know who he is.
We've got a little road trip coming up soon, so maybe if I'm DJ, I could put a few Burna Boy songs on for you.
And you think that I'll connect with Burna Boy?
Maybe. Who knows?
It's highly unlikely, Kay.
He was one of the Backstreet Boys, are they?
Well, hey, there you go. Hey, Boys to Men. You can do a little Boys to Men.
Yeah.
I can get romantic. I can get romantic with it, Mark. I just don't know who Burna Boy is.
Okay. Well, as soon as
Join the club.
See, and he's local.
Okay, we'll go for City Boys.
Okay, well, can you answer?
Okay, I'm not singing or rapping or doing any serious.
No, wait a minute. For clarity, can you mention your favorite song of Burna Boy?
Yeah, City Boys.
City Boys is the song for
but I'm not gonna do a Serena, okay?
Okay.
You got to give us something.
If I ask my teenage daughter, will she know?
Yes. That's why I thought you might know, but then I remembered in the show you didn't.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
My fault you're hanging on to your teenage years,
and things like that.
My teenage years were dancing at the end of the school disco, which we called a disco, to Boys to Men.
All right, there you go. See, there you go. Not Burna Boy.
No.
I'm pretty sure Burna Boy was not alive.
Probably not. Should Bayern have signed Rodrygo, Ale, instead of Diaz? He's younger, he's won Champions Leagues, he's scored in big games, and he has a higher ceiling.
Well, I don't want to be Mr. Grammar here.
Oh, don't. I already just ignored it, and I know
Well,
what you're gonna do.
higher. Well, ceiling is misspelled. Just saying. Regardless, I disagree that Rodrygo has a higher ceiling. See, at this point of his career, we kind of know what Rodrygo is. Now, there seems to be a group of people that believe, including Rod Luca here, that Rodrygo can take his game to an even higher standard, an even higher level in which he can be the guy and carry a team. And that may very well be the case, but not at the level of Bayern Munich. He could do that for a mid-table team, for a Europa League team, but not for a team that is looking to be European champion. The reason I preferred Luis Diaz for Bayern Munich to Rodrygo is because of the way that Bayern Munich plays and the demands of Vincent Kompany. And I mentioned this a couple of days ago. He wants his attacking players to be able to press the ball. And Luis Diaz did that naturally with Liverpool, does that naturally with Colombia, and will do that naturally with Bayern Munich. Rodrygo, you have to force him to do that. The other thing is, Luis Diaz is not looking to be the guy. He knows Harry Kane is there. He knows that Bayern Munich and the brand of Bayern Munich is a very powerful brand. And he knows he's there to have a specific role in which he can thrive and he can allow others to thrive as well because he can create for himself and for others. I think, as I mentioned a couple of days ago, it's a really good fit that I believe Bayern Munich just kind of stumbled upon and have found themselves an answer that I think makes more sense, especially when as compared to Rodrygo.
Okay. Mark, who should be the #1 goalkeeper for Liverpool, Alisson or Mamardashvili?
No, Alisson all day long, because Alisson's a guy that's proved himself. He's one of the best in the world, and Mamardashvili might become that, but he didn't have a great season at Valencia last year. He kind of redeemed himself towards the end, but he's still got a lot to prove, Mamardashvili. He's great potential. You couldn't say right now that Alisson should be dropped in favour of Mamardashvili. So I think you stick with Alisson because you know what you're getting with him. You know he's a great goalkeeper, and also, you know, Liverpool's defence has had a bit of a turnaround this summer. They've got a new left back in Kirkes, they've got a new right back in Frimpong. They may end up with a new centre half. What you don't need is a goalkeeper added to that situation as well. So you need Alisson, certainly for the start of the season, to make sure you've got some sort of stability and consistency. So yeah, Alisson all day long.
Just don't ask Mark about Gigi Donnarumma.
No, he pretty. This is what I heard in the show. He said he would take Tom Heaton over Gigi Donnarumma. That's what I heard.
Okay, Mark Ogden, literally Mark Ogden here. With City signing James Trafford back to the club, is this another reason why they shouldn't let their gems leave at all?
Well, that's a good point, but City will argue that they've allowed James Trafford to go on loan, not go on loan, but go to Burnley for 2 years, build up great experience, and they basically got him back for what they consider £13 million. They sold him for 14, they bought him back for 27 million, so it's a £13 million deficit. So that's not a bad investment over 2 years to spend £13 million and get your goalkeeper to be, you know, international level recognition, had a great couple of years at Burnley, so I guess they'd have done the same thing with Cole Palmer if they could. But yeah, I mean, sometimes you let them go, sometimes you bring them back. But I think City brought the guy back and see if he can be the #1. My view on Trafford is that I don't think he's quite ready yet for Man City, but we'll have to wait and see. City have decided that he is, but he's still only young, so we'll see what happens there.
Mark hates goalkeepers. Okay, what advice would you have given, Ale, to a young Joao Felix 7 years ago regarding his career path and what he would need to do to reach his full potential?
Oh man, well, so many things, but don't take for granted what you have in front of you. Don't take for granted your talent. Don't take for granted the work that it takes to be great every single day. Look at the guy in your national team by the name of Cristiano Ronaldo and see the guy who has achieved everything there is to achieve, and he's still pushing himself. You're just young and up and coming. You need to push yourself to that level if indeed that's the greatness that you want to achieve. And listen, pay attention every single day. And if Diego Simeone asks you to run through that wall, you run through that wall. And he would not have listened one bit. Because at some point, it has to be within you to know what it takes, to recognize what it takes. And Joao Felix never found that level of maturity to demand and gain the very best from himself whenever he counted the most.
Oh, Ale, I wish he'd listened to you in the beginning.
Well,
might have been a little something that he could have taken with him.
Maybe. I said this very clearly and kindly. I don't think I would have been nearly as kind with him. The conversation would have been a little bit more direct and perhaps with some aggression.
Perhaps.
Maybe. Because I don't think that the message with him really, I don't think he would take it in right away. And so we would need a couple of sessions.
Yes. Okay. We've got to go because we've got to all go and listen to some Burna Boy songs to catch up.
Okay, wow.
Cool. All right. You too, Mark. That's your task. You can impress your teenage daughter with your knowledge of Burna Boy, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much for sending in your questions.
It's highly unlikely that I listen to Burna Boy on the way home.
With some new music tastes.